I will take 20 minutes for regarding whole procedure regarding the basics of the LV dysfunctions, recent protocols, and the correct prescriptions, and the universal acceptance of the prescriptions. So our mainly talk, whatever the basically Dr. Dalal has given the materials related to this is the correct prescriptions in the LV dysfunctions. So what prescriptions we are writing and why we are writing, what is the correct way of writing, what dose we should writing, that is our part, and we particularly the LV dysfunction. We all know in 2010, so our now the phenomenon at step 1 in 2010, and next we will talk about the all we are knowing well that the circulatory system, and this is the particularly when the heart muscles, this is the myocardial the pumping muscles, and leading to the circulation over the all blood vessels down all over the channel, and the blood circulate such a kilometer. There is one calculation that we can go 4 times on the sun and return back on over that. Such a distance is traveled by our blood every day. So this is the one of the important muscles power of this whole myocardium. So whole myocardium have a unique property gifted by God, that it has an auto-rhythmicity of these vessels. That's why the heart stop only the day ends the life. So myocardium have auto-rhythmicity, and this whole etiology of these major vessels, these vascular small, the major vessels, left anterior descending, right coronary and circumflex and oblique and the diagonal branches are the major target for the different diseases. So this is an inside view, guys. In the normal heart and failing heart, you see this is the normal size of this, and when the failed heart, the same myocardium get down, thin down, this become balloon, and the pumping powers have crossed it down. This is LV dysfunction. So main our topic is LV dysfunction, particular after the infarction. This vessel is blocked. Mostly sudden blockage of these three, LED almost 40 to 50%, 35% in RCA, and LCX 20 to 25%. These are the whole world postmortem reported have shown. So this is the target of the post-MI LV dysfunction, and we are hugely burdened, not only burdened economically, financially, or regular hospitalization. Everywhere, nation is losing lot of money over tackling all these problems, and now it become an endemic. Not India is going to be the highest number, not only population, but in heart disease, diabetic capitals, hypertensive capitals, and most of cardiovascular disease is now increasing. And it is going to exceed in 2030 in China. The book saying that China is being overpowered by India in 2030. So two cases are clinically. This is not ideal. This is a typical case. How to describe the post-MI LVD, and then one lady, 53 years, coronary disease, had history of MI, and after diagnosis of a risk factor of hypertension and hypercholesteremia, and family history, father died of 45. Typical one classical cases. How to tackle in regular follow-up. So clinical relevance of history. 80% of, I always say 80% of the investigation is the clinical history. Best investigation is the clinical history. If we get thorough clinical history, 80%, 60 to 80% problem will be over. And rest 10% and 10% through the special investigation goes through the diagnosis. Relevance of this post-myocardial, premature death in family, positive history of hypertension, and after laboratory supporting of hypercholesteremia. All these are the very significant factor that they are more risk for the one myocardial infarction followed by second myocardial infarction of this. So this type of after investigation showing cholesterol TG 190, cholesterol 146, LDL low, HDL, LDL high and HDL low is a risk factor. In India now, the most of the obesity patient, and low HDL is the more danger factor, and these patients are very much vulnerable for the heart attack. And so this is this should be our target, that HDL should be increased, and it is not increased by medicine. Simple 30-minute exercise, walking, brisk walking, raise the LDL level, and most of the obesity lead to this HDL low. So it is not only LDL and cholesterol. Earlier what thought LDL is not a neglected cousin. It is also to be kept in mind that HDL should be your normal. So it should be over all these things. So investigation, then thorough investigation, lipid profile, critical this. Role of statins, our prescription, post-MI LD patients. Statins is the one of the important, because till now atherosclerosis is not, there is no anti-vaccines for atherosclerosis. So many research is going on. So statins have a not only atherosclerotic effect, but also it decreases the LDL cholesterol and it reduces the incidence of primary and secondary prevention. So your prescription always, once it is a myocardial infarction, once there is a coronary insult, we have to make sure that our prescription should contain one part as statins. You know, this other X-rays, ECG, echocardiogram on follow-up post-myocardial infarction on the routine investigation. These three will be helpful. We know that the chest X-ray is this patient, there is a huge cardiomegaly. Cardiomegaly, sign of the early sign of failure, depending on the extent of the patient's condition. Simple X-ray is the marker of the underlying disease. So cardiomegaly itself is the one indicator which increases that there is increased preload and reduced EF factor. Sometimes when there is a DCM, not only biventricular failure, there is a large heart, three possibilities that are there, either biventricular failure, either DCM or pericardial effusion. 3DD should come in mind, and we should rule out through the further investigation. And regarding the LV dysfunction, particularly lead to slightly enlarged heart. ECG is the factor. Either there is a yield interoceptal wall myocardial infarction, rate is normal, PR interval normal, and this. Echocardiogram. Echogram is one of whether we see there is a earlier the EF was the 40%, but after 3 years of the medical treatment, simple, as the EF has gone up 55%. So routinely 6 monthly, 1 yearly, we have to follow up and see the different vessels, different wall motions. Should we see the regurgitation of valve? This is left atrium, left ventricle, aorta, and right ventricular. Our external long axis view, and whether we can see the motion of the valve. And what should be the management protocol? This is a very simple, but we should sometime we are forgetting that this medicine missing. Antiplatelet should be one member always. AC inhibitors, always statins, carvedilol, beta blockers. I will discuss in the carvedilol beta blockers, and exercise should be the regarding type. So those importance of dysfunction who survive myocardial infarction, those who are having the poor LV function have a poor survival rate for long terms outcomes. So the LV dysfunction, post-MI LV dysfunction, is very, very important for the prognostic point of view, that how much this patient will survive. Regarding the adverse outcome post-MI LV dysfunction, so many patients, huge hospitalization is a burden for hospital administrator. Regular hospitalization, longer hospitalization, sudden arrhythmias, second MI, sudden death, rupture. These all are the complications of the post-MI LV dysfunction. So these patients should be treated properly through the various goals. So post-MI is a big challenge, because simply Southeastern Railway, we are having a huge burden. What I have seen 2000 to 2010, this decade, huge increase of the myocardial infarction. Most of the patients, target age is 40 to 50s. 40 to 50s, most of the patients come under this attack, and I don't know what the cause. Railways is providing all facilities, but always they are saying I'm in tension, I'm in job tension, I'm in job stress. most of the people got, and really there is an interseptal, inferior, right valve, post-MI, failure, recurrent every day, 10 patients from divisions, they are shifting to us for further, and most of them, someone 40%, 30%, 45% after myocardial infarction, because immediate treatment of the basic life is saved, but quality of life have declined drastically. So our aim is that we should aim to ischemia and congestions, reduce this. Progression should be removed, not go the further LV remodeling should be removed, and sudden death should be gone. All angle our target is how to combat for post-MI LVD, and various drugs, as we discussed, will be helpful for the reducing the progression, whether the secondary prophylaxis or primary prophylaxis. Regarding beta blockers, AC inhibitors, ARBs, and are the boon for this. ACC, American Cardiology Classification, they are usually every prescription should contain these three. Otherwise, you are not you are not able to progress the disease. Further, patient will die, and so at the discharge must be containing these 4-5 drugs as per the tolerance of the patient and the hemodynamic conditions. So post-MI में mostly asymptomatic estimated percentage patient remain 10%, but overall mortality is up to 27%. Out of 100, 27% will die from today or 3 years onward. So post-MI LV management is a big challenge, and because there is a huge changes, not only the myocardium, as I showed, it is the main pumping muscles of this, and that is necrosed, and it is being healed through the fibrosis. That fibrosis is not synchronized to this. So there is a two engineering failure, one mechanical and second is electrical. Mechanical part, that there is a heart pumping failure, and the electrical part is will be the arrhythmias. So both failure is a big challenge for the treating doctors, and for that we have to beta blocker, AC inhibitor, which is the remodeling as maximum as possible, and from the beta blockers which will reduce not only mortality, morbidity, remodeling, all type of will be helpful. Regarding the LVEF is the main factors. Without heart failure, if heart failure, then even heart failure early means beta blocker is, and among beta blocker various drugs, carvedilol which is beta 1, beta 2, alpha combined blocker is equally important and very good in particularly those who are having poor LV function. So because it is not only the in post-MI, most of the heart contain beta 1 receptor. So selective beta 1 receptor is not going to your work, because the myocardiosite, damaged myocardiosite, released also the beta 2 and alpha adrenergic receptor. That's why combined blockage by through this is through carvedilol is ideal for this patient. Most of them we are using metoprolol, but particularly those post-MI LVD, whether carvedilol is one part, and not we are using normal indose 3.125 BD and up to 12-25, but it is up to 100, 200s, and 20 CR preparation is also available. So many trials, various trials has come, heart trials, NEAT, Capricorn, and after Capricorn trial, carvedilol has been well accepted among the practicing world on the last 10 years. Successively it has been used in various hospitals. We are also using frequently carvedilol as a one group of member for particularly post-MI patient, ECF patient with tolerance. So carvedilol is the choice, and it has various preparations, and it has Capricorn has proved it, remodeling has declined, and AC inhibitors is equally important for various departments. Regarding ACC guidelines, ST elevation and this MI, always I used to treat. It is the DDD, means decision, and as early as drugs and as early as possible. We have to, our timing should be immediate. Within 15 minutes, we should thrombolyze the patients. From the casualty to thrombolysis time should be minimum 15 minutes. And nowadays even ambulance thrombolysis is being practiced in various ambulances, because thrombolysis, so many has come within the 1 minute thrombolysis has to be done. Various beta blockers as we discussed. So basically those who are suffering patients, 40% would help after increases with the medical optimal treatment. One option is that one bypass and angioplasty 1 lakh and 2 lakhs rupees, whether optical medical treatment OMT. Now we have to follow the optical medical treatment, whether the proper dosing of the drugs is the one accepted therapy for the patient, and their patient will relieve fully, and this patient is one of the examples. Similarly, this patient is sudden chest pain, rush to hospital, severe pain, acute myocardial infarction. Patients having the age, obesity, chronic smoker, BP was high, presence of diabetes, very commonly. And weekly 1-2 families used to suffer this. Similarly, the elderly was having hypertension, chest pain, ECG was showing this. Because not ECG is available up to the rural area, people used to come after 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, but used to come with this. So basically, risk factor means all this common smoking, as in our hospital and railway setup, is a major problem. In smoking is the risk factor. Diabetes is equally increasing, and these two how to combat. For this legislation have already came up. In Indian government of India have already sent most of the legislation to ban this smoking in public places and the tax on the this. But diabetes is a major problem and diabetes major problem that it occurs in the silent myocardial infarction, whether the typical chest pain doesn't occur. People will go on shock, people go on electrical failure, going mechanical sudden and leading to this. So this is a big challenge for the detecting early, so that what I have discussed, that MI failure, LV dysfunction should not occur. So main examination, various investigation, and as early as thrombolysis, either streptokinase, what we are practicing, or TNK, what most of them have. Tenecteplase versus streptokinase is that tenecteplase STK given in 1 hour, tenecteplase given in the 5, so hardly 5 seconds. You will minutes it will be thrombolyzed. And the other investigation we have to do. And now the concept is coming. This is the ECG. This is the view how much elevation. It is almost the 7-8 mm high and more than 10 anteroceptal myocardial infarction. So ECG ST myocardial infarction, and this is the typical changes. We are seeing the ECG and look the emergency echo. This is the wall, the thinning and MI myocardial infarction have already occurred. So this is the typical of the myocardial infarction. And this is a fraction have come down. So most of the echo detects the EF size and different type. And patients here disturbance thrombolysis. Now if chest is persisting, this is the routine. Aspirin, clopidogrel, beta blocker, heparin, this, and PCI. Concept of PCI have come up. PCI is basically angioplasty if chest persists or early within 2 to 6 hours, and ideal to go for PCI. And PCI and then beta blockers and this. And carvedilol, as we discussed, early benefit with beta blockers, which prevents arrhythmias. This is the cap immediately after acute myocardial infarction. This is the LAD, and there is a severe blockage. This area is infarcted. So what will do? They will put a guidewire and value and followed by stanting, and this area will flow will come, and this whole myocardium will be stabilized. What you got if we thrombolyze early, as maximum area will be immense. So this patient was done the PTCA, and finally the PCI was done. Now PCI is done replaced. Mostly age, as I told, 40 to 60 is a target for mostly, and hyperlipidemia, hypertension, diabetes less than 40. And these are the advantage of PCI versus bypass. The PCI took less time, and it is for early emergency cases. PCI compared to bypass. When bypass, when PCI, there is a fixed guidelines. There is triple vessel blockage, bypass is choice. Single and twice vessels, PCI is optional. And various conditions like revascularization as it more quickly, emergency situation. Emergency में mostly they are doing PCI, but when there is a complex vessels, they used to do. Now the restenosis rate with the drug lifting stand is only 5%. Particularly of 105% got reassessed. So this is the option for the various. So guidelines as our prescription always we used to tell our students also here. Aspirin, clopidogrel, beta-blocker, inhibitors, aldosterone, statins. Advise smoking, stop, walking, and this. All 6-7 prescription should be ideal, and how much load he can take to his work and this. And regarding fourth, well, this is our basic line. And 2 slides. What should this is a 2010. Now, what happens in 2014? Anybody can guess who is this? Anybody? Who is this personality? Other? No. Basically, is the surgeon. Is the basically cardiac surgeon and Christian Bernard. And this is the first patient, Louis Levensky, who is when the first heart transplantation was done. And who is this person? The Devi Ram, first Indian patient. And this is the lady who donated. There are more than 50,000 patients are waiting in most of the registry. And then this. Sir, this is basically 1-2 slides more. We have seen this is the Christian Bernard. Our earlier slide was that this was our whole world practice now practicing. What will be in 2040 situation? We will analyze, then we will see most of the practice. What he started, transplantation. This is a Christian Bernard. First patient, Levensky's. This lady had donated, and this is the Devi Ram in AIMS in '94. Dr. Venugopal, the first patient, successful patient of Indian patient. But the problem is not that so many patients LV dysfunctions 20-30%. What you do? Ultimately, we have to transplant them. So artificial heart is coming. And next slide is this. This is the artificial heart. This is the same chamber heart. So many trials is going on. Cleveland, Dr. Hoff, we made. They have seen in BM Birla Hospital so many models. Yeah. And this is the pump artificial. They are trying for it. For so many companies are launching artificial heart for the various diseases. And finally, probably I hope so even 2020 will get this. What is this? This is stem cell therapy for this. So this is our future practice for this complex problem and with dysfunction. With this, I will end our talk and happy to clarify anything.
सबको नॉन वेज बना देगा।